Everybody unequip, otherwise you're gonna get fucking bugged. There you go. Some people who aren't retarded. Incredible. Right, come with me. Come straight to me. Come straight to me. I'm wearing orange. Don't pick anything up. Fall in front of me. For all of the people who were here the first time we hosted a game, a training here, I generally don't feel the need to host anything on, I generally don't feel the need to host anything on Waterloo since everybody and their mother has already played Waterloo 10 million times, so you guys already know what to do there. But in case you're new to this tech, essentially what it is I'm just gonna go over this from the basics. If you were here the first few times around, you're just gonna have to sit through it. But essentially, for all of the new people we've accepted who don't know how to use this tech, there's 3 major weapon types that we use here. We're gonna try and find a battle with a French unit sometime, so we can actually use it. But essentially, what you need to know is that there's guns, swords, and a big fucking bunch of spears and polearms like that. So essentially, the guns don't have any cursors on this game, so there's actually a reason for volley firing, despite it not being morale Waterloo tech funny. And they take quite long to reload. You only have 12 shots in reserve, and they generally can instant kill, but if you hit the leg, it's not an instant kill. So, yeah, there you go. Generally, we are not going to carry all 3 types. At most, you'll have 2 types of weapons in reserve on Korean games, because it would be completely broken if everybody had 3 spears, 2 guns, and a sword shoved up their asshole. So don't expect to be using all of these all the time. Reflect the on. Get back in line, retard. Okay, anyways, as I was saying, after that, there's a bunch of stupid fucking spears that you will be using. Most of the time, all of the fucking peasant foot soldiers use shit like this. Generally, you want to maintain reach, because the hitbox does not extend to the stick. So if you don't hear the stabbing noise, that means you didn't hit shit. And the stick is not part of the hitbox. So if you're just smacking someone with the stick over their head, you're not gonna do anything. I'm just fucking smacking people over the head, it's not gonna do shit. Lastly, there's all the swords. There's not a lot of them. There's a few, but they're all generally very short. The best thing you want to do is just run up to people to make sure that if they have a spear, they can't hit you with their hitbox. Then you just run up to them and hug them and start stabbing them. That's the best thing you want to do. So, as for general knowledge, hold on, of these the Korean games, unlike Blood and Iron, where it takes 2 or 3 hits to kill someone, it takes 4. Okay, let me team all the guys and spectators in really quick. The staff handle teaming in.
Ping me in general if you need me to team.
No, just fly up there and bring them in. You don't need to fucking get them to ping you. No, you already know all the shit here. You don't even need to be
I can't fly. It's restricted to super admin.
Team yourself spectator and respawn yourself. Okay, anyways, as I was saying, generally what you want to do in regards to like common knowledge, you just mostly just test it. But since most of you guys mostly just play Waterloo, I'm gonna cover it anyways. So for all melee weapons, it's 4 hits to kill, regardless of where you hit, so it doesn't fucking matter what you're using. It takes 4 hits to kill unless you've already been wounded beforehand. Oh no, he's died. As for the fucking what's it called? The guns, if you're very close, say within 300 studs or so, 100 studs, it's just an instant kill, unless you hit the leg like a retard. Other than that, that's all you need to know. There's a few more complexities other than that, like Adversity, can you not? Back in line, retard. As I was saying, if you swing at the same time, let's say I was fighting someone else, and we both swing at the same time, it's gonna parry. So there's a blocking system, essentially, where you can block and become immune to melee damage from the front. Pretty common knowledge if you play Blood and Iron. You can actually hit them from behind if you twirl around like a retard, like this. But from the front, you cannot be damaged in melee. And that applies as well if you both swing at the same time. Fred, can you just fucking come here? Told you have a melee, right? You have a melee. Okay, just do this. Just hold right click. So just swing at me, just swing at me. Yeah, you see, you can block. Doesn't stun or anything, it's literally just normal blood and iron. So you don't need to be too concerned. There's also one last thing. For the... There's a lot of different factions on the Korean game. I haven't brought you guys there yet because there's a lot of technical difficulties that haven't been solved yet. But on the Korean games, there's a lot of factions that you can join. Including some like bandits or the army or some fucking bounty hunters and shit like that. A lot of them have shields. Example, the bandits in particular have shields. The bandits basically just kill everyone and steal their shit. And for the shield, it basically renders you invincible from the front. But you can break it if you hit it enough. But Fred, come here. Just fucking hit the shield. Yeah, you can break the shield, but from the front, I basically cannot be damaged until he breaks my shield. You can stab me from behind, yes. Before we go into the fun part, I have to teach you how to actually do shit. This is how it works with Waterloo as well. Just hit the shield. There we go, the shield broke. Okay. So that's all you need to know so far. So most of the time, I'm pretty sure most of you are just enlisted men. So you don't need to care too much in regards to like, as how do I shoot? How do I hit all my shots? How do I fucking kill people in 10 seconds? You don't need to know all that shit. You just stick together and not die. That's your ideal goal. But I'm gonna give you guys an opportunity to test the weapons one by one. Then we're gonna start forming up quickly. So there's a few ways to form up in this on this map. Because mostly the main concern is, since this map is a one life kill battle, you see that if you die, you end up in another team in the skybox and you can't respawn. The main priority is not dying, rather than killing the enemy. So, what we do is, what everybody does is, there's a big fucking shield that you can hold in formation. So you can basically just make a big fucking shield wall that nobody can attack you from. And you can just shoot at them from there. So, we've covered this before. There used to be a lot of people who come to these events, but now it's dropped to 20. I don't really care. As for that, we generally assign roles before the battle starts, or before any practice raids or anything like that. So there will be people who are given spears. So in case the enemy has a horse, in case they have horses, these horses knock you down if they're being ridden by someone on the other team. So let me show an example. Hold on. Just team myself red. If I run into you, you'll take damage and you'll get knocked over. Let me just kill that. It's 4 hits to kill as well, by the way. Cool. Anyways, as I was saying, it's generally a more complex game than Waterloo, because you have to combine everything together, and guns do not instantly fucking kill you. Generally, if the enemy has cavalry, or they have shields, you want to have a lot of people with spears out so you can reach them. Then there's a lot of people with shields out in case the enemy has guns and shit. And if the enemy just fucking rushes straight at you, you can stab them with swords. That's the general gist of the game. If you're interested in that sort of shit. But I'm pretty sure, as I said before, most people here are only here for Waterloo, so I'm just gonna breeze through that. So, before we get started, I'm gonna let you guys get familiar with most weapons. So I'm gonna give everybody their tools, so please listen to what I'm saying. Don't move out of line, you can feel free to stab around. So I'm gonna give you guys spears first. So if you don't know how to use these, you can either A, go in first person and use the upward or downward swing, or you can B, press Y, so you can toggle it so that the attack direction follows your mouse. Your mouse cursor. This is much easier to use in third person. Told you guys specifically not to move around like a bunch of retards. Yet here you are. You wonder why people don't trust you with anything outside of Waterloo. Waterloo's fucking brain rot. Stand in line and shoot at the enemy for 35 minutes. Anyways, if you want to holster this, or shoulder it, I guess, you press X. That's all you have to do. Out of here. Right, nerf, make sure everybody's been teamed. Anyways, as I was saying, these are the spears. So the difference between the pike and the spear, the pike is generally used by specific units. Most of the time, rankers will just get the spear. But the pike has way longer reach, but don't be fucking fooled. Don't run at the enemy with this if I give you it. Because the stick, everything that is under the... You see the white, black, and red at the top? Everything past that is not part of the hitbox, so if you run up to people, you're not going to do any damage. So everybody unequip whatever you're holding. I'm going to remove all of our tools. Unequip whatever you're holding. I'm going to give you 3 seconds to remove whatever you're fucking holding. Just unequip it. It's very simple. Unequip whatever the fuck you're holding. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Finally. Anyways. I'm going to give you guys... what should I give you? Oh yeah. This is the Huando. It's basically just the sword for most of the army. It's pretty short, so you don't want to rely on this unless you're actually really good at melee. There's a few Blood and Iron or Poop XD veterans from like 2019 in the group. They know how to use this, but you generally don't want to rely on this as your main weapon, because it's still... Can you guys not? Can you just stay in fucking line? It's really not that hard. I know you guys are excited to try something other than Waterloo, but it's really not that hard. So anyways, you don't want to rely on this as your main weapon in most practice battles because it's generally just very short. Like, it's so tiny that even with the bottom swing, which has the most reach, you can't go very far in front of you. So, lastly, we have the matchlock, which is the gun. You may notice when you... don't equip it, don't equip it. Immediately after you equip it, don't do that because you'll teleport onto the map. There you go. So anyways, this is the matchlock. You may notice that there is no... I will fucking kill you. Anyways, as I was saying, you may notice that there is no cursor or any sort of indication as to where you're supposed to aim. So in case you don't know how these work, step 1, left click, step 2, press F or right click. You may notice, I don't want to immediately shoot, so how do I go? And put this into another position. So present, that's what this is called, and then you press left shift to go into idle arms, and if you want to shoot, you just press left shift again. You can immediately go back into a firing position. There is no Y key on this, you must actually aim, and if you don't know how to aim, you press Q. That's how you see where you're aiming at.
You can F9, by the way.
You can also press Q to see where your bullet is going, because there is bullet drop. The red dot is where your bullet went. So everybody, stop shooting, just get your reload in. Just fire and reload. Yeah. If you have a cursor mod or like anything like that, I don't really care. But if you want the authentic experience as how it's supposed to be played, this is how you're supposed to do it, so... Anyways. I'm gonna place down a few targets. So, stop firing, please. Stop firing. Can you... There we go, fill ranks. Anyways, as I was saying, I'm gonna place down a few targets. Nerf team those guys I just smited back in and respawn them. Anyways, as I was saying, I'm gonna place down a few targets, not very far away since some of you are quite new. What the fuck is this? Anyways, I'm not gonna place them very far away. I just want you guys to get a taste of what it's like. So I'm gonna place a few targets down. But generally, if you want to know where to aim, you just press Q and you hover it generally over there. I didn't say anything yet. Stop fucking firing on the line. It's just like fucking Waterloo. It's not hard. It really isn't that hard to listen to what I'm fucking saying. This is why it's fucking tiring to do events, because if everybody's fucking doing their own thing. There you go. Gotta understand why people get annoyed when you do shit like this, because we're trying to make it as fun and educational as possible, because it's a new community. All the people here speak Korean. It's never been shown to English speakers before, and I'm trying to make this go as smoothly as possible. And if people keep fucking doing their own monkey see, monkey do shit, it's gonna be really hard, and you're gonna be wasting everybody's time, because I have to wait for you to reload, because I'm being fucking considerate, and I don't want to speed on without you, okay? That's why I'm fucking doing this. So everybody, present. Does it take aim? And pick a target. And get a feel for whether or not you like to use matchlocks, because they are rather hard to get adjusted to. So, fire. You may notice that it takes quite a bit of time to reload, so that's why we have so many people with swords and spears and shit like that. And there's guns. Sorry, I was teaming people. So anyways, this is why we still have guns and swords and shit, because it takes quite a long time to reload, it's quite inaccurate, there's no cursor, and you have very limited ammo. In case you haven't noticed, at the bottom right of your screen there's like a number, 1 out of 11. That's how much ammo you have in reserve. So I'm gonna place down more targets, so cease fire for now. And you guys can fire at will for a bit when I say so. Not now, not now. I'm gonna place them a bit further away, just so you guys can get a feel. Because I want to have events here in the future. I'm aware there's a lot of you guys who are Waterloo veterans, you're getting quite bored, and there's a few newer people as well. That's fine. It is what it is. Alright, fire at will. If you get a target, you should get a hit marker. There you go. There we go. Alright, there you go. I just fire at will for now. So in case you guys don't know how to aim, you can press F9. There is a menu, and you can minimize the screen. Equip your matchlock. Now you will have a cursor to aim with without aiming. So that's a fancy little glitch. You can just press F9. It's very helpful in case you don't know how to aim. Who the fuck is that charging in? Can you not?
Do you have a gun? That's okay. Never mind. That's Katawi.
Okay, ceasefire now. Alright, boys. Let's move on to the next section. We've wasted enough time here. Right, so, in case you guys don't know what these things at the back here are, these are fortifications. Or other emplacements. So, basically what this is, what I'm carrying right here, this is a ammo crate. So, in order to replenish ammo, you carry this around, there is a button to drop it, and you walk over it with your gun equipped. More ammo. So you'll hear a little sound, kind of like picking something up sort of a sound. You'll get your ammo replenished fully. Feel free to do that and fall back in line. Get your ammo back. So the last few things back here, these are the bundled up fence things. These are basically the Cheval de Free, the things you see on like Waterloo and shit like that, and Strasbourg and all that good stuff. This is a deployable wall. Oh, let me place this down. Yeah, there we go. There's a few artillery pieces here, but I'll cover that in future. I've already covered that before, and it took way too long, so... There we go, okay. So, these fortifications, if you turn around, just about face, you can actually destroy them by hitting them. So I'm just gonna hit them a few
That
times.
means to turn around, guys.
Solus Matthias, put that shit down. Don't tell anybody to move, get back in line. I know you guys have initiative, but it's really fucking distracting, because people think, oh, they're moving our line, why can't I do that? If you hit this enough fucking times, you can hear that blood and iron noise, hopefully from here. It gets destroyed, so it just disappears. As for the wall and fence, there's no limit to how many you can put down, but the ammo boxes actually do have a limit. So be careful as to how many you place down, because otherwise you won't be able to place down anymore. Let me just destroy this. There we go. Yeah, you can see their HP. That's fine. Anyways, let's move on to the next thing. So, there's a lot of complexities that we will not be going into, because the Koreans take this a lot more full-time than we do. Who's Venomous Zombie? Are they in VC? Venomous Zombie? I don't think so. No, it's just a random. Okay, anyways, there's a lot of complexities that we went into when we rallied 50 people on this game. You may have noticed the big picture where we all lined up with shields, but we're gonna ignore that for now. So, the Koreans take this a lot more seriously than we do. I'm just introducing you guys in case you find an interest here. We're gonna host more events in the future when Waterloo starts getting a bit dull. But the first thing here that we prioritize is not fucking dying. As I said before when we first started, not dying is more important than killing the enemy, because we can just wait out the enemy at our spawn if we've got 25 people and they've got 10. But if we run out and they all have like 3 guns, we're all gonna die. By the time we reach them, they're gonna be ready for us. So, what's most important is having cover to be behind. But obviously, carrying around a ton of walls is very inconvenient, because I walk slower. You may notice I'm very slow when I'm carrying around this wall, and I cannot defend myself when I'm carrying this. So, what we do is give a certain amount of people in our unit a shield. So I've given everybody the shield. I know you can hold it. You don't need to be a smartass. It's a glitch. You don't need to be a smartass. So anyways, these shields are basically bulletproof, so I'm gonna team myself red. And just demonstrate to you guys why we use these. So you may know... Oh, team red. So you may think, oh, but my arms are poking out. Well, if everybody goes a bit closer to each other, it's gonna form like a big wall. So if you start interlocking with each other, there we go, like in the center here, you may notice that your hitbox is not exposed from anywhere except for the sides. So this is what we do whenever the enemy has a shit ton of guns and we don't want to die. Face the front with a bunch of shields and just get real close to one another.
You can get shot through the small gaps, by the way, so make sure you patch that out.
There's very small gaps that you can get shot through. You want to make sure you're real close to each other.
Yeah,
As
like
you may notice,
you can shoot through here. Who this guy?
It's fine. Most of the time, people aren't that close. They're probably gonna be like this far away. They won't even see the fucking gap. But as you may notice, I can walk up to people. Just nothing fucking happens. Absolutely nothing happens. You are guaranteed to be safe from the front, at least. If you guys do it properly, it's completely guaranteed that you will be safe from the front. So this is why we have so many people who are guaranteed to be shield bearers during battles. Usually we'll rally more than this. This is just a training, so that's probably why we... Don't move, don't move. Have some balls, boys. See, nothing happens. This is why if we ever find a battle on this game, we're gonna have a lot of people with shields and swords. And very few people with spears and guns. But just know that you're protecting the people who are actually important, okay? Absolutely nothing can happen to you while you are behind there. It is literally impossible unless there's a hole. So everybody, just stay there. So, obviously standing still and forming a big wall is very easy. I thought armies use matchlock. Well, yeah, this isn't supposed to be realistic, but it's more realistic than Waterloo, isn't it? Yeah. Where you fucking stand in line in a single fucking column. Oh, that's a bad idea. You don't want to turn around. You see these small gaps, these guys on the left? Yeah, I shot someone through it, yeah. There's a gap there that you can shoot through. So that's why we don't do that, because any gap inside the shield wall and you can shoot through it. At least from the front. Like, there's a tiny gap from the side here I can see, but that's from the side, so obviously I won't be able to shoot through. Because my bullet cannot go forward and then zoom in and then go through this crack. That's impossible. But if it's like this, where they've got tiny little gaps in between the corners, then I can just shoot them through that. There is a tiny gap under the leg, but it's so unlikely that they'll be able to hit you. The only way you would be able to hit someone in the leg is you crouch down in front of them and you aim at their foot. And you can hit someone. But if you're standing up, it's very, very difficult. Either way, it's functionally irrelevant. So, all blue. There we go. If you need teaming in the spectator team, or you need to rejoin, just ping now. Yeah. So we're gonna practice forming up a bit, then you guys can hopefully you can introduce this to your friends if you're getting bored of Waterloo. I would appreciate it, but it is up to you. I don't really care about LEGO games anymore. Fucking, I'm dead inside. Fucking 10 million. Let me destroy this really quick. There you go. Okay, boys, come with me. Just follow me. Oh, yeah, you haven't seen the... You think bulletproof wood is unrealistic? This is made of rattan cane. If you're Southeast Asian, you know what rattan is. Or rotan, if you're fucking Malay or Indonesian. You cannot shoot through this if I'm holding this up. You can shoot my legs, and you can shoot my arm, but you can't shoot through this. Let me team myself really quick. Okay, just shoot the front of my shield. You will not get a hit marker. Yeah, you're not gonna hit shit. Okay, everyone, follow me. Follow me. Alright, so whenever we form shields, it's very, very important that everybody sticks together. Especially like this, because we've all spread out, because some people fire early and reload. The discipline is way more important here than Waterloo, because once you die, there is no coming back. You have split from the group if you die. What I want is everybody with a shield to try and stay in a semi-line, at least. Like, at least stay in some sort of line. So when I say, okay, everyone stop here, you can all just step into place and close the gaps. Stop on me. should be able to see me since I'm wearing very bright orange. There we go. Always fix the gaps in the line, because otherwise we're gonna get shot through it. There we go. So we don't have enough people, unfortunately. Team Thermidorian. Alright, there we go. So anyways, whenever we're actually fighting battles, it's going to be really, really chaotic. So there's a few ways you guys will be able to find me, okay? Let me just get the tools out. This is Cole's admin. It's very outdated. I don't like it. Give all... What is it called again? Sorry. Give all... Alright, there we go. Alright. So there's a few ways you guys will be able to find me. There's a lot of musical instruments, so you'll be able to hear these very easily. We're probably not going to use these too often since we have VC, but in case we're really in a massive blob and you cannot find me, you'll know how to follow it. Because everybody, come with me, just blob up in the center. And you're not going to know where to go, unless you're very specifically following my name. But if you hear the music, you can just follow the music and you'll know where I am. There we go. And just form it to my left and right here. There you go. It's gonna be a bit hard. We don't do this full time. The Koreans can do this way better than we can. But it is what it is, and it's fun, honestly. It takes more brain power. I don't know if you guys find that fun, but I find it very fun. So, generally, from the front, the enemy won't be able to shoot us unless there's someone peeking out like this. Yeah, there we go. So, generally, the people with guns will be hiding behind, sort of, peeking in and out from the side, firing, then going back to reload. And if the enemy rushes from the front, red people, you know what to do. If the enemy rushes the guys with shields from the front with like a sword or something, they can just take out their shields and, their spears, and just, hold on. If somebody rushes it from the front and tries to kill the people holding the shields, oh no, whatever shall we do? You can just stab through the front. It's very simple. See, the shields and shit. You can stab through this with a spear. So it's going to take a lot of brain power to break a shield wall. It takes a lot to form one as well. But the way we break these is very simple. We have a very funny tool. We have two very funny tools, actually. If you are in the World War II community, you should know what this is when you hear it. There you go. Oh, Hyo is the... I'm definitely not pronouncing this right, but it's the Bao Hua Tong, which is basically just a hand grenade or a firework. And the next one is this. So you may be thinking, Og, why are you holding a fucking melon? Are you stupid? How is a melon going to break our shield formation? Our shield formation is invincible. How are you going to break it with a melon? Well, you see, Padawan. That is how. You won't take damage because you're not inside the fire, but once you go inside, you're going to start manually taking damage. So, yeah, welcome to Hong Kong. Alright, there we go. Alright, follow me. I'm not going to keep you here much longer. We've gone through the basics, then we can cover this another week or another day. This will be much simpler once I start implementing our rank rolls. Just follow the sound of the drum. And form to my left and right here. Shields out. There we go. Try not to push each other too much, but if you do, it's fine. My place there, Celeste. So, before we continue and dismiss, the final thing I want to cover is a few special things you need to take note of. Let me remove my tools. So, generally, whenever we form shield walls, it's immune to small arms fire. You should know what small arms fire is. Basically, guns and shit. There's three things the shield wall is not immune to, which is why we have spears and guns behind it. Well, firstly, is to kill the enemy if they're far away. But if the enemy tries to rush us to break our shield wall, there's two things I can use to help them. Number one is man's best four-legged friend, not the horse, not the dog, but the horse. So the funny thing about horses on this game is there's a script edited that makes it so that if you get hit by a horse, you take damage, and you get stunned. Stunning not as in like you can't attack, but you literally get run over. So let me just run over everybody in the shield wall. Let me just get my fucking sword out so I can glitch this for a bit. There we go. So I'm just gonna run over everybody. There you go, and you may see like an entire fucking portion of the wall has collapsed. And then if I go from the front, it's even worse. Hold on. If I go from the front, I just punch a hole straight through. I fucking ride through you. So, generally, this is why we have spears instead of just giving everybody a gun. Because you may think, hey, why don't we just shoot the horses? Well, it's pretty slow to reload, and there's no cursor with your gun. So if there's a tiny... The horse hitbox from the front is tiny. So if they're running towards you, there's no real way to hit them, guarantee a hit on them. That's why we have shields. I mean, guns at the back. And spears at the back. And there's one last thing that will be very helpful in case you ever want to kill a shield wall. So, let me guard myself and respawn myself. There's a few very important things in warfare, both in real life and in games. So most of the time in games, you'll always notice that there's like metas, right? I always break the game. Oh, this is so OP. The shield wall, literally unbreakable from the front. Whatever could we do to break a shield wall? We can't do anything against it because, I mean, it's immune to guns. If we run a horse into it, they have spears at the back. If we try to charge it with our own shields, they have guns and they can just go around us. Well, you see, mankind is very good at killing each other, so this is what happens. I'm shooting above you by purpose. Yeah, has anybody died from that? Oh wait, no, I got it, you all. Okay, yeah, basically, if I didn't guard you all, you would have all fucking died. Let me try that again. Hold on. So basically, if you don't know what that was, this is the Hwacha. You probably know what this is if you've played literally any game before involving like shit like Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. You probably saw this back in the day when it was really popular. Basically, these are the artillery on the game. These are not custom scripts, these are pretty old, actually. So let me unguard everyone. Has anybody died from that?
No.
Oh, it's unfortunate. Oh, the shields actually block it. I thought they don't. It's unfortunate. Okay, anyways, that's number 1. Number 2 is the tiny fucking... Not quite sure what these are called. I'm pretty sure they're called chongtong in Korean. Might be mistaken. They are these tiny, funny little cannons. I'm gonna carry one over now. Funny, tiny little cannons. They don't have a chassis or a mount or anything. They're just these tiny things that hang off the ground. This tiny thing right here. And it kind of looks stupid. You may wonder, what the fuck does this tiny thing do? Are you fucking stupid, dog? You are genuinely stupid. You bring a tiny little tube with a mount at the front to try and kill our shield wall. No. I just shoot it and, hold on. And you may notice that was basically just a shotgun launching it straight at you. Okay. So, these are more portable than the big old cannons, and they are way better at close range. But the final thing is the most ineffective, but the most scary looking thing. You honestly don't need to be too scared of these unless you're in a big fucking blob. These are the big old cannons. The round shot cannons. I'm not sure what these are called in Korean. I just call them cannons. But, you drop these here. Big old cannon. Put a round shot in. I'm pretty sure your shields still have a chance of just deflecting it straight up, so... Hold on, let me find a place where you sit down on this. And you just fire it.
Oh, goodbye, Freddy. Oh.
It went through his face. You may have noticed it just bounced off someone's shield. I don't know how that happens. Built different, I suppose. Those are all of the artillery pieces. Generally, we will not have artillery. Since we don't rally enough to have like 10 million different people serving 10 million different roles. But, is the basics of the Korean game. I'm gonna do a vote, actually. Everybody, unequip your shields. Equip your shields. If you want to fight each other for a little bit, come to where I am right now. If you want to fight each other for a bit. Okay, I guess everybody wants to beat each other up. Alright, everyone form up to my left and right. My left and right, stop blobbing around. Left and right, left and right. Left and right. Who the fuck is Grim? I will eat your asshole. There you go. Left and right, boys. Alright, I'm gonna start splitting teams. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna make this a bit balanced. Everybody unequip whatever tool you're carrying so I can make this fair. Unequip. Grim, unequip your tools. Otherwise it'll glitch you and you have to rejoin. Unequip your tools. There we go. Good job, Solist. Outstanding work. See, this is what happens when your tools get removed but you're still holding something. Your arms get frozen in position. Alright, boys. Let's split this evenly. How many people do we have in game? Let me check. Do a little bit of fighting. 23. Alright, I guess I'll exclude myself. Yeah. Alright, 11 people per team. Team No, Sol, Grim, Manuel, Fish, he, he, Adversity, Ordinary, Nocturne. Yeah, I agree, his name is excellent. See how many people we've read. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One more team. Ton. Okay, no guns allowed, please, unless I give you your guns specifically. Alright, boys, I'm gonna give you your tools now. Should we have guns? Do you guys want to have guns? Just say yes if you want guns involved. Fuck it, I'll let you guys decide what weapons you guys want to use. I want you guys to be the most comfortable. Don't shoot each other yet, since you're all got it. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention one more weapon. This is the Hyupdo. This is basically like a, if you're a weeaboo, you should know the Naginata. This is basically that, but with a really, really fat head. It's like a big fucking blade on a stick, basically. Yeah, we use this in the Korean game. So, the advantage of this type is that there is a lot more reach and a lot more swing. So if you like, stay in line, 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 stay in line. Stay in line, stay in line. Get back in line, you retard. Anyways, if you use the side swing, the left side attack for these types of weapons, and you turn to the right, you cover a really, really big radius. Like, if I wanted to hit Manuel, Freddy, and at the same time, I would just use the left side swing and... Yep, there we go. I've hit all three of them at the same time. And if I wanted to pinpoint one specific person, I would just use the upper swing. And then I can just swing up from here. And I will have more reach than someone with a sword, for example. So that's the advantage of this. The only disadvantage is that there's a few blind spots. Like, say for example, stop stabbing each other really quick. So let's say there was somebody on my right and my left at the same time. I can attack the person on my right, on my left, for example. But if I don't turn like this, if I turn like this, I'm facing this way, so I'm blind on the other side. But if I don't turn that way, I am incapable of hitting anyone who's too far to my right. So if both people attack you at the same time, you can't hit both of them unless you do a full fucking twirl. And at that point, you're basically blind and you're just swinging around like this. You can't really control what you're doing. One more thing that is a disadvantage is that you cannot press Y. These weapons are really slow, so if you try to press Y, you're really, really slow at turning around, so you cannot use your mouse cursor to direct it. You'll notice that you turn really, really slowly, so you have to use it in first person. There is no bypassing it by using it in third person. So let me give you all your swords. That should be it, I think. Oh yeah, I'm gonna give you guys one more tip. This is what all of the sweaty Koreans do. If you have a shield and someone's about to shoot at you, you just pull this out, and then you walk towards them, and then you unequip it when you're directly in front of them. Like, okay, watch me, for example, watch me. Look at me. So, when, okay, Thermidorian, let's do a... This is Valio, isn't it? Jump if you're Valio. Alright, there we go. Okay, so, basically, if someone has a gun at you, and you don't have a shot to respond at them, you hold out the shield, and you just walk towards them until their gun is literally inside of your shield. And at that point, they cannot shoot you, because once it's gone to that point, you may see that my Okay, I'm gonna switch to diamond here because it's better. That their gun barrel is literally on the other side of your body. So if I shot, it would go out the other way because that's how the hitbox works. So that's one way you can counter gun. So I'm gonna respawn. Actually, I'm just gonna teleport you guys to other sides of the map, and you guys can fight. So, oh, that's a bit weird. Hold on. There we go. Oh wait, there's one person who's joined. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright. I'm gonna give you all like a single hand grenade. Don't waste this because I will not give it back. So don't left click. To throw it, you need to left click. Stay where you are. 20% blue. Alright, line up so that you aren't just a big blob to be shot at. I'm gonna put the red team across the river. Just so that you guys don't immediately start killing each other. There you go. And start on the countdown, boys. After this, we'll take one last picture and dismiss. Right. You don't need to coordinate. This is just so you guys can test out what weapon you like the most. If you die, it's okay. It's fine. Boys. For this, we'll take one more rally picture, then you guys can feel free to leave. That's your... Hello, team. Missed Hokage, you're a bit late. Well gone already. Throwing it a bit too early. There's a limited reach for the grenades. There we go, boys. Some people popping shots off early. There you go. Got some suicide bombers going in, trying to break the shield wall. Bear. Go in, brothers. Oh, 2 people have died already. Jesus. There we go. Now you guys can see why it's really easy to break formations. If you died, stay on the hill, red team. If you died, stay on the hill. Make it fair, boys. Oh yeah, unlike Waterloo, there is no movement penalty or a crouching penalty for reloading speed, so you can do whatever the fuck you want. Nice job, boys. Have some fun with it. There you go. There we go. There's some people using the shields. Good job. Alright. If you died, just stay up on the hill, okay, guys? Make this fair. Make it easier to organize, okay, boys? Just stay up there. Come on, boys. It's not a competition. You're not gonna get anything by staying back. Go on, boys. Oh! Whoever threw that grenade, nice job. You damaged someone? We've got some people who are very enthusiastic about using the polearms.
I have killed myself with a grenade.
Yeah, you can kill yourself, by the way. Okay, it seems blue team has won pretty decisively. Alright, let me god everyone. Alright, everybody, come to me. Actually, wait, now I'm just gonna teleport you. Bring others. Form to my left and right. Form to my left and right. Come on, boys. Form to my left and right. Oh, who picked up a wall? Come with me. Over here, boys. Come with me. To me. Form to my left and right. Red team on my left, blue team on my right. Red team on my left, blue team on my right. There you go, boys. Be brave, Singapore. Go to my right. Go to my right. My right, not your right. Okay, there we go. Form in, boys.
Grim to the other side.
Red team on my left. Team on my right. Alright, everybody. Take out your matchlocks. Actually, wait, no. Hold on. Let's see what tools there. Everybody take out your matchlocks. Yeah, I gave you a new one, so you don't need to reload. Just take out a new one. Fly. Right, don't talk for a bit. Everybody fix the gaps. Can you move to where Solist is? Solist switch places with this guy. Blue team on the right and red team is on the left.
Window out, switch.
Go there. Alright, boys. Let me
Stop
take
trying to
a
push
nice...
people out of the way. Just go to the ages.
Go to the other way. Don't need to present, just show the arms, Oh, right. Before I continue taking the picture, there's a few things you guys might want to know. To move faster with your musket, you can press K. This is trail arms. If you want to go faster, you can also press N, which is slope arms. This is way faster. I would advise using N if you're about to go into combat, because the trail arms animation is a lot longer. So if you're about to get shot at, you might want to use the one with the slow animation. To salute, you press V. Then there's advanced arms, there's G, there's H, this is order arms, there's port arms, which is J, there's support arms, which is L. This is all stuff that we don't really use anymore. This was way back in like when the Napoleonic groups were more focused on like drilling and shit with tiny people. Who is this? Is this the Qatari? Who is that? Pretty sure someone just left or glitched under the map. Okay then. Okay, so pose however you want. If you want to look very, very cool, you can face the side and then press T. Because this means you face the right. This is face right. And then you can tilt your head like this. Like what I'm doing right here, if you want to look cool. Just strike a pose with whatever you want. However you want, and I'll take the picture. Holy shit, you are lagging. Alright, boys. Take this picture. The Qatari has decided to start flying. Incredible. Alright, everybody. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Excellent. Alright, boys. As is tradition, before I dismiss you all, feel free to come again. Have a nice evening. You guys are probably gonna go to the Coalition channel now with your Waterloo nations. But before we start that, everybody come to me. Bring others. In 3, 2, 1. Go, 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 go! Dismissed. Feel free to leave, boys. Hope you had fun. Hong Kong! See you boys tomorrow. Have fun, boys. Have a good evening.